All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 767 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am Via Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am extremely excited for this news. I think big things could come of this. Hopefully, I'm right. I'm a little nervous, but I am so happy for Ryan Aplin. He is now the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for Georgia Southern football. And I think this guy here knows what he's doing. And I mean, I'm not just saying like Brian Ellis didn't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But I will say that for sure, I think Ryan Aplin is going to be the guy. So we're going to talk about this and give you my thoughts and opinions and everything under that umbrella. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I am also on Spotify, Apple, and, did I say that? Yeah, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the show, you can watch the show on Spotify or Rumble. If you want to just listen to the show, YouTube and Apple is your place to go. If you want to support the show, I really appreciate it. First, what you can do, just hit the like button. You also can give me a 5-star rating on whatever podcast avenue that you're listening to. If you want to hit the like button on YouTube or Rumble, I absolutely appreciate it. Join me on Rumble if you want to watch the show. If you want to donate to the show, CashApp and PayPal links are below. Also, I can be found on X or Twitter at VFBaller. Over there, we talk about things that don't necessarily make it to the show. And the website is firstandframerates.com. All right, let's get right into this. Ryan Aplin, let me tell you something about this guy. Quarterback at Arkansas State. He was a pretty good quarterback, to be honest with you. I mean, he was really, really good for what he's done at his time at Arkansas State. Went on and do some other things as far as coaching. I mean, he's been all over the place. He's been at Western Kentucky. He's been North Alabama. He was also at Auburn at one point, UT Chattanooga. And he also was at Arkansas State at one point as part of his coaching career. When he came to Georgia Southern, he was a tight end and receivers coach. I saw somewhere that he was like the passing game coordinator as well. I'm not 100% sure. So, but nevertheless, he was all in for this offense. Kyle Van Treese, he was a part of that whole situation where Kyle Van Treese threw for all those yards. Receivers, all three receivers had over 700 yards apiece. Kyle Van Treese threw for over 4,200 yards. I mean, it was just, an explosion of offense through the air game when, Aplin and Brian Ellis and Coach Clay Helton came in. Now, in 2023, wasn't too bad. Saw some things backslide a little bit. But I will say, and I know some not coaches, but I know some fans will say, and not to disparage Brian Ellis because I am a Brian Ellis fan, but I will say that the offense kind of regressed last year with his play calling and some things that happened on the field that was, mostly, quarterback related. I think Ryan Aplin is going to be just a fresh set of eyes. I don't think we're going to see the same type of offense. I will be extremely surprised if we see the same type of offense. If we do, I would be a little worried. I think Ryan Aplin, with his experience playing at the quarterback position and with all this other experience doing different things at Western Kentucky and, all these other, places that he's been, and he's going to bring a lot of experience to that offense. And it's just going to be a good thing. I think at the bare minimum, if we can get, if Ryan Aplin can get these quarterbacks to be safe with the ball, that alone, you can win in pretty much every football game you're in. Because, that was our Achilles heel last year. I mean, let's be honest. That was the problem last year when we were dealing with, our oppositions and the deep and, playing other teams. With the way that Ryan Aplin, what he's going to bring to the table, I feel like he's going to be able to, limit that. I think he's going to be able to keep the ball safe. And, I think we're going to be a little bit more successful than last season, which, like I said, that will bode well for this team. I am extremely excited. You got all these quarterbacks here, which I'm still sticking with number 16. Colton Fitzgerald should be our number 1 quarterback, but that's just my personal opinion. But we'll see how it goes. I know the JC French, crowd out there, they're going to be after me like, no, JC French, not get it. I'm not against it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against him, but just my preferred pick would be my preferred pick would my preferred pick. I'm all over the place, talking too fast. Would be Colton Fitzgerald. Nevertheless, whoever's at the quarterback position should do well. I mean, when he was at North Alabama during as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach in 2018 and 2019, you know, no, I'm sorry. When he was at North Alabama, he averaged 285 yards a game, and eclipsed over 3,000 yards over the 11 game season. The quarterback at the time was Christian Lopez, and he targeted many options, the 4 different wide receivers. All of them was all 4 of them. This is pretty impressive, especially in the college ranks. All 4 different wide receivers had at least 25 receptions and 550 yards and at least 2 touchdowns. So you're talking about 4 receivers with over 500 yards. That's pretty good. And we got the athletes that can easily do that. I mean, you saw what we did with in 2022. We had 3 receivers over 700 yards. So now I'm starting to wonder. Not that I'm going to Brian Ellis, but you know, what Aplin can Aplin, you know, is he the, I ain't gonna say he's the brains of the mastermind behind everything that happened in 2022, but I'm just asking, like, can he make this offense better? I'm dead serious. Like, can he do that? I mean, so you know, if you haven't known now, I mean, we're 6.5 minutes in. What happened to Brian Ellis? Well, Brian Ellis is taking a job in Alabama, which is really interesting. That you know, the new coach of Alabama, which was the coach of Washington, came to Georgia Southern and pulled Brian Ellis. So I'm not gonna, you know, once again, and I'm really not trying to, you know, disparage or talk down about Brian Ellis, because I think he did a pretty good job with us here for the last 2 seasons. But the people in Alabama, y'all gonna have a totally different type of team. The Nick Saban type of Alabama is not going to be around. So a lot of people are already kind of saying this team's going to be like 9-3 and, you know, maybe 8-4. And I mean, that could be a possibility. So you guys have to be really, you guys over there in Alabama just have to be really careful about how you approach this team upcoming. But nevertheless, I feel like what we have here, I think we gotten a little bit better, because I think Ryan Aplin, with this experience, not saying that Brian Ellis doesn't have that experience, I just feel like Ryan Aplin is going to put this offense in different positions to do different things. And I think that is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I haven't talked about this either. In 2023, we did pretty good. We was top 20 in the passing game. Caleb Hood and J.J. McCaffrey set school records. Hood had over 100 yards, 100 catches, with 948 yards. I mean, so we know what this team can do with this, with Aplin being offensive coordinator. I think we're just going to get a little bit better. I really believe that. I think that this is just a situation where you had a guy that was behind the offensive coordinator that in some cases just probably have, you know, a little bit more insight on what these guys can do on this field. I mean, I think Ryan Aplin is, I mean, just looking at his resume and looking at what he's done, I think that we got a good one. And it just goes back, before I get out of here, it just goes back to what I was saying about Coach Clay Helton and the staff that he did bring on. You got to understand, he wanted to bring some dogs. He wanted to bring some guys to Georgia Southern. A lot of guys didn't, you know, they didn't stay for long, or some of them didn't even, you know, come. We tried to get the running backs coach from Michigan State. We tried to get the running backs coach from Tennessee. We got the defensive coordinator from was he from Washington? Yeah, he was from Washington at the time. He's at Los Angeles Chargers now. I mean, we brought in some really good dudes here at Georgia Southern to be a part of this coaching staff. So that's one thing I can say about Coach Clay Helton. He's done really good in the coaching ranks, bringing the type of coaches here that could do some things. Also, he's been doing pretty good with recruiting. And I think Ryan Aplin is another guy, you know, coming from, you know, Western Kentucky, where his brother is at, Coach Clay Helton's brother. He's bringing those type of guys here who knows football, guys here who can bring that type of, you know, energy and that type of success, or to get guys in position to be successful. I just think at the end of the day, we probably swung and missed on the quarterback last year. Nothing against David's Brin, but I'm gonna be honest, he really did not do a good job at protecting the football, and it was really um it was really disheartening. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to think about it and be like, well, Cal Van Treese didn't do that well either, but well, I'll say that he didn't do as bad, but he put us in great positions to do some great things. Davis Brand, you know what I mean? So it's just for the simple fact that I think Ryan Aplin is going to be able to get our quarterback in position to be successful. I mean, he played quarterback. I mean, he still holds some school records at Arkansas State. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, Sun Belt Conference of the Year, Player of the Year 2011, 2012. They won back-to-back league titles at the time. And he was MVP of the 2013 GoDaddy Bowl. So he knows what he's doing. So it's just, at the end of the day, I think this is a great hire. I think this is a great promotion for Ryan Aplin. I am extremely proud of him. I am extremely happy for him. And I am going to watch what this team does in the spring game. The spring game is going to be the game that we're really going to be, watching this offense, because that's when you're going to really see what Aplin can do. I want to see, what plays he draw up to get guys in space or get guys open and get the receivers and the quarterbacks in the right position, even the tight ends in the right positions to be successful. What are they going to do with the running game as well? I mean, how does he going to do that? It's going to be really interesting. Now, at the end of the day, we need a new tight end and inside receivers coach. Coach Clay Helton is going to bring somebody in. I am really interested to see who he's going to bring in for that, because we do need to get the tight ends more involved in the passing game. I think that's something that we've been missing out on for the past 2 seasons. But we'll see. And if you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think about Ryan Aplin being promoted to offensive coordinator with Georgia Southern. This is awesome. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see how this team looks with his play calling. I think it's going to be really cool. I can be found on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, and Apple. Check me out on any of those platforms. Hit the like button once again. Give me a 5-star rating if you haven't already. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I think I said that already. I can be found on X at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerate.com. And the Cash App and PayPal links are below if you want to support the show. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all guys take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Peace.